Edo, we're finally there. Welcome to another edition of the No Chof Desk podcast on the OLB. I'm your host, Stel. Before we start, hit that subscribe button, tell your NOUNA. I've got Chris here with me. I've got Roy and also our guest, Anton Zlogar. Anton, welcome to the show, mate. Sorry for all the technical problems. It's been a bit of a mess today, hasn't it?
No, it's okay. Never mind. It's every day we teach something new, but I don't know why this happened. All the time I hear you, but I didn't hear all other two guys, and I didn't saw them. So, but anyway, we can talk, we can speak, so it's everything okay.
Thank you, Tonchi. I really appreciate it. And Chris, Roy, how you guys doing? You right?
Good. Everyone else?
I think Roy's all right. Roy's feeling under the weather, but we'll live. Yeah. We'll live anyway. Well, look, Tonchi, let's talk about your time before you joined Omonoia, because I know you've played Europa League football, UEFA Cup football. You also played for the Slovenian national team. But I want to quickly talk about the games that you played against AS Roma, because I know you scored against them.
I scored against Norway, yes.
Yep. But you scored against Roma as well, didn't you?
Yeah, against Roma, against Liverpool, yes. Brondby, I remember. I scored in UEFA Cup, I think, in Slovenia games, maybe around 9 goals with pre-qualification. Was maybe a little different way of playing, like is now. Now we have Confederation League, Euro League, Champions League.
Yep.
But okay, we still every time we arrive very close to the group stage. But the last round, like when I play in Anorthosis or in Omonoia, you got one very good team like Rome, like Tottenham, like Manchester City with Omonoia, like Liverpool. So this is very, very difficult to pass. So, but it was a very, very good experience.
So tell me, what was it like playing against that Roma team? They had Capello as head coach. They had Walter Samuel, Cafu, I think Tomasi, Montella. What was it like playing against that team?
This Rome was fantastic team with like you said was Fabio Capello coach and play Francesco Totti, Del Vecchio, Montella, Batistuta was the Rome who won the champion that year. And okay, normally that they passed the tour because there was better team than us. But on that period, we had a little problem in the club. Like we changed the coach. We wait another coach who came after the 2 games against Rome. And when he came, the coach was Milan Miklovic, who is now second coach of national team in Slovenia. He was a very good coach in Austria. And after we make very good progress. But on that moment against Rome, was very difficult, but okay, it was 2 very, very excellent experience.
And you scored against Liverpool in the game, but you were also at Anfield. This is a bit of trivia. You were also playing at Anfield. It was Steven Gerrard's first game as Liverpool captain. That must have been an experience, Anfield.
Anfield was fantastic. We make warm up. I remember was maybe 5,000 people in the stadium, and then we go to change in the dressing room. We went outside. There was 45,000 people, and it was fantastic atmosphere. Singing "You Will Never Walk Alone," and okay, we play fantastic first game in Ljubljana. Was our stadium was full. We played maybe one of our best games. And was 1-1, and then we lost 3-0. But Liverpool was that time very good team.
And you, for the Slovenian national team, you played against some fantastic players. I remember you played against France. I know you guys lost 5-0, but you're facing Desai, blimey, Vieira, Thierry Henry. Again, another fantastic experience for you, no? Zidane. Sorry. I missed that one player.
I think it was Makelele, Zidane, yes, Laurent Blanc still playing. The goalkeeper was Barthez, was Trezeguet and Henry, strikers. Yes, fantastic team. We lost this game 5-0. Was first game of France after they make very bad world champion in South Korea.
2002,
in
yeah.
2002. And but okay, it's indeed. I think at the end of qualification, we were second in the group. France went to Europe, but after an extra qualification, I think we lost in 2 games for 1 goal against Croatia.
Right, absolutely. And I think you played against Italy as well with like Cannavaro, Nesta, Totti. You've played Ivory Coast, Drogba, Kolo Touré, Yaya Touré.
Yeah, also against them we played the match against Italy. We played one time. I played in Trieste. We won. Was 1-0, and in Palermo we lost 1-0. Was the Italy who after won the world champion 2006 with Marcello Lippi in Germany.
Fantastic, brilliant. Well, I know you had a spell at the Goddess and you played against Tottenham, Harry Kane, Gareth Bale. You played against so many players. It's unbelievable. If you made like an 11 best players,
he didn't play against Harry Kane. Still,
sorry,
he didn't play against Harry Kane.
Harry Kane was at Spurs, man.
When my 2000.
Well, the 6-1 when they lost 6-1.
I don't think he was there. Or he was.
He played the 2000. He was at Anorthosis from 2006 to 2008. That's like almost
Did Harry Kane play in that game?
No.
I think Harry Kane didn't play these 2 games. I think, I'm not sure. I remember Defoe played in London, played very, very good game. And
Defoe.
Who else? I don't know.
Zokora?
Who?
Zokora? Didier Zokora? Tom Huddleston?
I don't remember.
No.
Really. I don't remember Tottenham team.
No one remembers Tottenham. It's all right. No one cares about Tottenham. Liverpool, yes. Roma, France, Tottenham. No one cares about Tottenham. I don't think Tottenham fans care about Tottenham. I'm going to hand you over to Roy and Chris. They can ask you all the Omonoia questions. I've got a few as well, but I let these guys talk because I've done a lot of talking, Tonchi. Let me see if I can turn this around so they can see your face, your lovely face. Here we go. See? That you exist, Tonchi. Yeah, let me put my phone on silent as well. Here you go. See right there. There you go.
Hello,
Anton.
So basically, okay. Still, when he introduced you, he said a lot of highlights in someone's career that you can talk about these things to your grandchildren in the years to come. And when it seemed like you were at the top of your game and you were actually playing for Olimpia Ljubljana at the time, an offer came from a team in Cyprus that some might think, was it a step up in your career or a step down? Because going from Olimpia Ljubljana to Enosis Neon Paralimnion is a little bit, makes you wonder what were the reasons or what was the offer that you couldn't, refuse, and you came to Enosis. Firstly, obviously, later you went to Anorthosis and then Omonoia, which eventually that's what it's going to be all about, Omonoia. But just as a question, how did you come to Cyprus and to Paralimni when you were at the top of your game?
The thing was like this, that I played in Omonoia, in Olimpia Ljubljana, and the team have very, very big economical problems. And I promised to myself and also to my parents that when I will finish the study, I finished the law university in Ljubljana. So I study the law. And I say, when I finish this, I will try to go abroad. And on that time, Mr. Gutman, when I was younger, he wanted to bring me in Israel. He was coaching Maccabi Tel Aviv, and he knew me. And when he understand that I can leave Slovenia, he wants me to come in Paralimni. I came there and I make a very good decision. And also I open, I open the door to the big clubs in Cyprus for myself.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And after Paralimni, it was Anorthosis. Like you said, it was Paralimni was the team that helped you open the doors for the bigger clubs. Before Anorthosis, did you have any other offers from other teams, or how do you remember the move to Anorthosis and then later on the move to Omonoia? But was there any other teams that wanted to sign you at the moment?
But on that time, all the time I played in Cyprus. I have some offers from let's say I remember from Denmark, from Norway, but I didn't want to change because I'm here living in Slovenia. I'm near the sea, and the climate things that you have in Cyprus is very similar. I think like sunny days, like sea, and all these things. And I was very happy in Cyprus. I didn't want to change. When I passed from Paralimni to Anorthosis, I remember Anorthosis was very concrete, and they were first team who asked me, my agent, and so we find agreement, and I signed for Anorthosis, and I spent there also 2 fantastic years. We make very good results. I have on that time and still today very good relation with Timur Ketsbaia, so it's was okay.
You won the cup with Anorthosis, right? You won a cup, if I'm not mistaken. You won the cup with Anorthosis, and you won the league with Omonoia.
I won the cup and the champion with Anorthosis and Super Cup, and with Omonoia I won the champion. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move to Omonoia. And again, after 2 successful years with Anorthosis winning the league and the cup, someone might think that you would have stayed there. At the same time, I think when you made the move to Omonoia, was it close to the time when Miltiadis Neophytou took over, or was it a bit later? Was it Serafim? Who was the president of Omonoia when you signed 2008? Was it Doros Serafim? If you remember.
I signed 2008. Yes, the president was. I know the sports director was Vesko Mihajlovic, and the president was the guy who who bring after was the president also when came. Yes, I don't
remember
the name. And
okay. So how did the move to Omonoia happen? Because like I said, it seemed like you were enjoying your time at Anorthosis. You played really well. You had, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 55 appearances. You scored 14 goals. You won trophies, and then you signed for Omonoia, which was a bit of a surprise. Did something happen there at the time?
No. It was just we didn't find in some time before finish the season. We didn't find some agreement about the new contract, and Omonoia on that time changed the president. I think Mr. Neophytou was the president.
Yeah, Tiaris Neophytou. Yeah, when he signed all the big names, all the big players.
Yes. And I spoke with him. He explained me about the big project he had with Omonoia. Okay, I knew Omonoia is also big team in Cyprus, and I want to challenge this new experience, and so I decided to come in Nicosia. So it was just to, let's say, we find agreement very soon, very fast, and I understand for what they have told me that they have ambitious, and at the end in 2 years we won the champion. I think maybe if we will be a little lucky, or we will be maybe a little more have a little more, let's say, experience. So we should win the champion also first year when I came in Omonia, because we play very good. But okay, at that time, Apoel in the right time was maybe in better performance than us.
Okay. So, Christopher, have you got any questions you want to ask Anton?
Yeah, I got a few. Feel like a little kid because I remember him scoring the 2 goals against Anorthosis. I'm going to start with that question because that was obviously you played for Anorthosis and the next year you came to Omonia and you scored those 2 goals and you celebrated a lot. I mean, usually other players won't celebrate, but I enjoyed it that you celebrated it so much against your old team. Was there like any specific reason? How you felt that moment, the fans, how crazy it was? What was your reason behind it, the celebration?
No. Was just because was big derby on that time, and Anorthosis playing Champions League. But like I told you honestly, maybe you are right. I feel in Anorthosis is very good, and there was not the question because I have problem with I don't know, with Pantelis or with Timur or with some other players. I still have very good relationship with them. It was just a question or decision about my career and about the contract. And okay, I celebrate because I was happy I scored. Maybe it was not on that time right, but was nothing personally. Because like I told, one time you are playing for. I was like this when I play for one team. I want to give everything for this team, and on that time maybe I even didn't was thinking about it what you told me. But if I'm looking now back, I don't know how 12 years back from that moment or 13 years back. Maybe I will agree. Maybe you are right, and I think maybe some fans of Ano they were angry. But honestly, now anytime I can speak honestly, I never have problem with somebody in Anorthosis, even not in, let's say, in Paralimni or in Omonia. So it's
okay.
For me. Sorry, just to finish. For me, let's say one of the best. I don't know, thing for me personally is that even in Slovenia, when I change teams, or also in Cyprus, okay, normally when you leave the team, when they loved you, they are angry. But at the end, quite all the teams want that I, let's say, after some times come back. And was also in one period when I have a problem. No problem, but when I didn't play so much like I wanted second year in Omonia, was some chance maybe to come back in Anorthosis, but was too late because it was at the end of transfer period time. So so for me this is the best that every time you can come everywhere and you have friends. So this is important. Okay, you play for your team.
Okay. Well, listen, I remember you again. I was a lot younger than the other guys. I mean, I remember you was
the cheeky guy. Listen to him. A lot younger than the other guys. Look at him.
I mean, I remember you was a tank in that team. I remember how you used to play aggressive, strong, the winning mentality. But the players that you had around you had Aloneftis, Dibumana, Okas, I think Karalambus was there, Galidis, Kasege. How was the team? How were they? How was the spirit as an overall? And how was it helping?
No, I think these players you told was fantastic to play with them. I think also in one period of the time we play very, very, very good football, and we have very great games and great success. But I think after in January we come little, I don't know what's happened. After also our coach Tutic, they changed them. We lost the semi-final cup against Peja, I think. we didn't won some games, and Apoel they make the little bit I think 4 or 5 points difference, and was very difficult. Also, maybe one of the crucial game against Apoel, when we still have chance to win the champion. I spoke about season 2008 to 2009. We play better, but we were unlucky we have, I don't know, 4 or 5 chances. We was winning 1-0 after game finish 1-1. Was very good. The guys have a very good winning spirit, and was fantastic with playing with them.
Awesome. I have a few more, but I'm going to let the guys take over now because I know Stel's arm is probably hurting.
This is my good arm. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no problem.
I might get the tripod in a minute, but let's see. Roy, questions?
I was going to ask after, almost 6 years, was it Anton or more? Because I think you played for Alki after. Then you played for Alki. How many years were you in total in Cyprus?
6 years and a half.
Yes, 6 years. Do you have any regrets? Would you change something? What are your best memories you had? Which team? Obviously, I know you said that you have friends in all the teams you played and you had a great time, but was there a team that you felt a little bit more attached, either because of the fans or because of what you experienced or the trophies you win? It's a more general question about your time here in general.
Of course, when you let's say me very big very big compliment was because when let's say some player have some I don't know, trouble or not trouble, but when you are maybe not in bad performance, or when you don't play good for coach and you are not in first 11, for me it was very big compliment for what I did for Omonoia first year I came, that I feel in fans very big support. And all the time I came inside in the game, or I were playing from first minute, I feel very big support from Omonoia fans, and for me this was I was very, very happy, and at the end I was happy that we won the champion after so many years, and to make a lot of people happy, because I know how people support the team, and for me it was very difficult when first year we lost the game. The game or the champion against Apoel, where we didn't won, and I saw children crying on supporters of Omonoia with all family. For me, this was you feel very, very you want to make everybody happy for team you play, and for me this at the end was a big because it's very easy to support somebody who is good or who is playing, but when you are not let's say in first 11, and then you have support from people, this for me is very big compliment. And this, let's say, of titles of goal I score, it's one of let's say great memories from Cyprus.
Okay, and like Christopher said earlier, when you were at the time at Omonoia and with under Miltiadis Neophytus reign, we had like Konstantinos, Okas, Zuravski, Kaseke, Gramozis, all these big players. Do you remember who made a very good impression to you, like in the training ground or even in the game? If you consider some of these players like the best you played in Cyprus, or if you think that they could make a career in a league better or bigger than Cyprus?
Okay, you spoke about very good players. Noel Kaseke was very big professional player, and sure he deserves to play maybe somewhere else. Timo Wenzel was very also professional, very nice guy. Like all German, let's say, professional. We were maybe similar in this. Then Janos Ukas was a fantastic player for me. Michalis Constantinou, also Aloneftis. These are three players, maybe strikers who, or two strikers and one winger, let's say, Statis, who for me was fantastic to play with them. Maybe, let's say, if we are talking about Cyprus players, I can say with those three players, for me, let's say, the best. I played with them.
Okay. Is there a moment in your career in Cyprus, like which goal that you scored is the one that's going to stay forever with you? I mean, is there a goal that you scored that you will remember forever?
Honestly, I remember all my goals in career, and sometimes I have one DVD, this CD, and USB key, and I put when I have time, and I'm looking just to remember. No, because for me, goal is goal. It's not so important, less important. Every goal is, for me, was very important. So I cannot tell you now the goal. I don't know. In this goal is better than some other. You know, it's for me, every goal is. I remember. Or normally the goals you score in derby, or the goals you score against, like Stel before Tel, Liverpool, Roma, I don't know, Brøndby, Tottenham. Yes. It's okay. Stay in remember, but I remember also some goals I scored against Peja, against I don't know, AEK Larnaca. Never mind.
Okay. Before I pass you over to the other boys, I'd like to ask you if you still have the opportunity to watch the Cypriot League now. And if you still keep in touch with some of the players that you used to play with at Omonoia.
The last game I watched was Omonoia Partizan in European game. Every weekend I'm looking the results. I don't honestly see the game. I watch also. Was Anorthosis Partizan. Yes. I was Anorthosis, and I watched. I think Omonoia one game in played in this league, and I keep in touch with Kaseke, with Wenzel, Timo, and with Janos Ukas. Okay, with also with Vesko Mihailovic. Who is older than me, and is, let's say, was on that time was part of Omonoia, and sometimes also with Christakis Georgiou, who was the manager of the team, and on that time I played. So I try to keep some connection, and I'm watching every weekend the results and the table.
Okay. That's it for me for now. I'll pass you over to the other boys again. So yeah, thanks a lot.
Anton, were there any standout moments for you at Omonoia? Was there a few moments where you actually still remember, you thinking, "Wow, that was crazy, that was brilliant"? Is there anything that you can remember?
I remember. Okay, there are few moments. Let's say one. Let's say one was first training I made with Omonoia. Was full stadium, and was presentation of the team, and when I came outside was, let's say, the people was, I feel from first day I came there was very happy that I came in Omonoia. Then of course I don't know, first goal I scored for Omonoia was against I think European game Milan Kumanovo. We won 2-0. I scored with the head, and And then, of course, when we won the champion, was fantastic.
Did you dye your hair green?
All this last game we played from hotel was celebrating a lot of people, and after all the week celebrating, and this you cannot forget this thing.
Who partied the hardest when we won the title?
Please.
Who partied the hardest? Who really got drunk and did silly things when the?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you went to bed early, yeah?
1 week is more. Who's more ready to
All right, because I spoke to Michael Lufner when we won the title last season, and he said people from Eastern Europe know how to drink. So I'm thinking maybe you and a few others from that part of the world knew how to drink, whereas the others not so much.
No, that time we drink because we was finished the season and we made great job, so it was okay.
What was it? Whiskey, Zivania, Geo? What was it? Carlsberg. Chris.
Anton, why was you wearing the mask? What happened? Remember the mask you was wearing?
Yes. We had the game against Manchester City in Manchester, UEFA game, and I broke the nose two times, and then we didn't have the games on for weekend because it was a national break. I went for national team, but they put me the stones on the right way, and I have to stop. I don't know the time they told me for 3 weeks or I don't know, something like that. But I want to play, and I think was first game was this against Anorthosis, if I remember good. So I came in Cyprus. I think was Wednesday. They bring me to one hospital. They make me the mask only. Because you must have specific mask. It's not everybody mask is good.
Bone structure, isn't it? Yeah.
You don't see the ball. The problem is because you don't see the ball if you don't have good mask. And they make me the mask, and I play 2 games, I think, with the mask. And for this I have the mask, not for other reason.
Do you still have the mask?
Please?
Do you still have the mask?
No, this unfortunately I lost this mask. I don't know how. I played 2 games because also after some clubs asked for some players who broke the nose also, and I think we give to somebody that have this mask. I think it was like this.
I was going to say Freddie keeps all of his masks. He has the Shrek mask. He has all the other masks, but you could have kept that one. They put it in a museum, an Omonoia museum.
Yeah.
Yes, they told us like Zorro.
Brilliant. Chris, any more questions there?
Who was the most difficult player that you played against? Because that time, I mean, Apoel was very strong. Anorthosis was very strong. Who was the strongest player you played against, or the fastest to track back or to defend? Who do you think it was?
Many good players I play against. Let's say for me, even was after my coach was Ketsbaia, was one of the very concrete, very good, fantastic players. Then Paulo Rink, I remember.
Paulo Rink.
Then was Fernandez, was in Apoel with left foot.
Yep.
Was a lot of many good players, in fact, and I think all the success that came was after because every year some club from Cyprus is playing all Champions League or European League and make very good success was because you invest in good players and good coaches, and I think this also make progress for the clubs, but also for Cypriot players. I think this is good. And on that time, I remember who was a lot of good players coming in Cyprus. But okay, now to say the best I play against, I don't know. I think I remember also King Kladze, but I think I didn't play against him.
Wow, that was a good player.
He left before I came in to play against.
But you were at Anorthosis with Marian Pahars, weren't you?
Yes.
He was a great player in England for Southampton.
He played, I think, in Southampton, if I remember, or Sunderland.
Southampton, yeah.
Yes, Marian was a fantastic player, also very good guy. He had some problem with injury. At that time, we played in Anorthosis, but was very, very good. Yes.
He wrote a book. He wrote an autobiography.
I didn't know.
Yeah. He's my friend on Facebook, so you can find him as well.
Okay.
Chris, any questions there? Any more?
Roy, you have a question. Come on.
No, I have a question. I think I've got it covered. I don't know. I was going to ask Stel, but because he's like multitasking, I was holding the phone. He's asking the questions. Whether he can put any other comments or questions from the fans, that would be nice, because maybe we're getting close to an hour, even though we've just been recording for 35 minutes.
Well, look, my arm is getting a bit numb here, so I've only got 2 more questions. I don't know if you want to ask your question, and then we can
I've got a question, man. I'm pretty happy with how it's going. I'm curious if there's fans that had questions to ask Anton.
Someone just said, finally someone mentioned Christakis Georgiou, but I don't think we'll go into that one unless you want to touch it.
I think I have one last question. Then I'll
go
pass
on. You ask your question. Go on.
Your first year, Antoni, was Dudic, and then it was Lemonis. Lemonis is when you won the league. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure you were playing too much the second year, right? Was there like any specific reason? Something with the manager? Was there anything that was going on, or?
No. Let's say at that time we have 22 players who I think if we make 2 teams, we should be, I think, top 3 teams in Cyprus. And on that time he decided for some other players, and I was ready all the time. He gave me the opportunity. I think I make my job, and of course I prefer to play more. But okay, he decided like this. At the end, what counts in football is the team, no the single players is let's say everybody look himself, but important is that we won the champion, and at the end he was right about this. Even okay, I prefer to play more. I'm honestly, but I don't know the guy. I don't know for me also now I'm a coach, and I say all the time to my players, I don't have problem if you are angry with me because I don't give you to play. But when you have chance, show me that you are right and that I'm not right. Just like this, because only 11 players can play. What you can do, nothing.
Okay. And as a coach, I mean, he came in and he helped with the team, of course, to win the league. A lot of games we were losing. Apep, Maboel. We turned most of the games around to win the league. So what was special about that squad? Was it like, you know what? No, we're going to win. We're the best team. No one is going to beat us. How was the mentality? Because the mentality is everything. A lot of players get comfortable, or if they win the league the previous year, they're not as bothered the next year. What was special about your last year that made you, of course, win the league, do you think?
Oh, the special was that he didn't give, let's say, too much pressure to the team. Not to be relaxed, but he didn't make this pressure. We must win, we must do. We have honestly a very good team. We have very good quality. It's all the time was every player who can alone decide the game, and we was making very good let's say trainings. We were ready, and I think that year was the year of Omonoia, and just like this, we have 22 players. All players want to play. Was all the time this all the week fighting for first 11, and at the end the quality make we put just our quality to the pitch, and we won the champion. It's just like this.
Nice. I'm happy with the questions.
We've got a quick question here, Tonji. He says he doesn't remember if you played in the Ajax City games. I think you did. But what was the atmosphere like in both games? I'm assuming it's at the Gazibi. But what was the atmosphere like at both games, Ajax and Man City at home?
Yes. I played. Only I didn't play the first game against Manchester City in Nicosia because I was injured. We make fantastic game against Rivaldo and the team there in Athens.
Did you kick him? Did you kick him a few times?
Please?
Did you kick Rivaldo a few times?
Yes, I don't know. Yeah, he didn't make so much that time. Also, me and Kaseki, we play in the middle. We play very good.
Oh my God.
Claudian Duro came, and also with him I'm in touch. I remember now because you asked me before. And in Nicosia was fantastic. I can't remember how we can lost with them because the stadium was full, and we play was one very good game, and we finish 2-2 I think, no, and then we pass the third, so the round, so it was fantastic.
Tonji, I've got one more question, and then we'll wrap it up because obviously everyone needs to go. And you're a busy guy as well. I know you're doing really well with your coaching, but how can you describe the rivalry between Omonoia and Apoel? It doesn't seem as strong as what it used to be nowadays. I don't know, because I'm in the UK, so a lot of the fans perhaps they got a different mentality. But back when you were playing, what was the rivalry like?
I didn't understand you. You asked me how I.
The rivalry between Apoel and Omonoia. What was it like when you were playing?
No. This was very big because just look. I want to show you. Just if you see this. Wait, like this.
Let's see if I can get it. Let's see. Hold on. Ah, yes. This
I have for remember. No, this is. Was big. Was big. Let's say big pressure when was this game because the fans really they don't like each other and we
still don't.
And, also when we come in the pitch was the same. We want to do everything to beat them because was this feeling in the town. Was this feeling in I don't know in social media in newspapers. But this is good, This is good. It's very important, and also for me, every team you play, this must be. This make football better. It's just important that it's not so much damage or some injuries and this, but must be like this. And I was really all the time was waiting these games because let's say. These are big games for big players, and this is the best. We train for this to play against these games, and it's fantastic. And if will be possible, let's say, but this is not possible. That I'll be younger and I will make again the same way I did. I will wait just these games because this is the best game with pressure that you can play.
Brilliant. Well, Anton, before we let you go, can you do me one small favor?
Yes.
Can you say, my name is Anton Zlogar and you are watching the No Choftes podcast? I'm going to record it with this as well. Here we go. Screen record. Here we go. Is it working now? Let's try it now. Here we go.
My name is Anton Zlogar and you are watching the
No Choftes.
No
Choftes.
No Choftes.
Podcast.
No Choftes. Okay.
Lovely. Thank you, Felimu. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All the best. Nice to talk to you. And
Thank you very much. We'll do this again sometime soon. Maybe we can get the StreamYard working properly because it's been a bit funny, but thank you for being patient. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Nice speaking to you.
Thank you for inviting me and all the best.
We'll do this again. Thank you very much, Anton. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Anton. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What a guy. There you go. We got there in the end, boys and girls. See this arm? Look at that. It's all good. It's all good.
Popeye.
Right, Skobelja. Wrap it up, Roy.
Είχαμε σήμερα το Zlogar, ωραίος παίχτης, ωραία συνέντευξη με τις δυσκολίες της με απάνω της μακάτω της. Εγώ ήμουν λίγο διαλυμένος σήμερα, πέρασα έτσι μια δύσκολη νύχτα χτες, αλλά την Κυριακή, μωρά μου αγαπημένα και γλυκά, έχουμε παιχνίδι, so πάμε φακισιλακά μου γαμώ τα μέσα.
Let's go!